Hello and welcome to the third part in the series Success Principles. For previous videos, please refer to the introduction and also the first success principles. This video is in the English language. I have, however, provided the information on the slides in both English and Chinese. I will just briefly explain for the Chinese native speakers. 大家好，很高兴你们参加这个第四视频。我给你们介绍怎么可以成功在私人的生活，也是在业务用成功的原则。这个视频我讲英文。不过我还在 PPT 给你所有的内容在中文汉字。The next two success principles that I want to introduce to you actually scientifically have been explored to a substantial extent. So first is to use your brain, and the second to use your subconsciousness. Both brain and subconsciousness have tremendous potential, and as Einstein numerous times said, we only use perhaps 10% of our brain capacity and our mental capacity, and the subconsciousness is also a very powerful source that can enable us and push up to further heights. It is always helpful to look at how successful people have become successful and what they have done, applying their techniques, their methodologies, and learning from them and using them also in our lives. And one thing that shows is great thinkers, great movers, great shakers, they all tend to imagine, dream, and visualize. They set goals, they have objectives, and then they think about it. They picture it, they visualize it in their mind and bring it to life first in their thinking and then more and more in the actions that follow. There's a saying that a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And yes, to a certain extent, if you see clearly the direction where you're moving to, it will help you to align all your efforts, all your thoughts, all your feelings, all your emotions towards that one key objective. How will your life, should your life, your professional career look like in 5 years? Visualize it, picture it, and then think about it and strive forward toward it over every day for the next years. From a scientific medical perspective, I mean, the brain still is astonishing. It is more in certain aspects more powerful than any supercomputer that is still to be developed. If you look at the brain, arguably we have over 100 billion brain cells, and these brain cells can all interconnect with each other, and the number of interconnections, the sheer number is mind-boggling, because every time when you have the brain cells getting together, forming, aligning, synthesizing, it creates new ideas, new solutions, better ways of doing. So the sheer number of connection is more than the entire atoms in the universe. So what I want to point out is, even if your IQ test may say that your IQ is not very high, that does not matter, because it is not about how high your IQ is, intelligent quotient, but how much you are able to use your brain. And if you can use more percentage of your brain than many others, regardless what level of IQ you have, you can outperform many others on brain capacity. So there is no dumb person in this world. We all have abilities to use our brain and succeed in our objectives, goals, and endeavors. So here you see, regardless what upbringing you have, it is not about how you start out with riches or fame or relationships. If you are a healthy person, and most of us are, you have a well-functioning brain, you have the capacity to think, to imagine, to be creative, use it. And it can and it will change your life if you apply both of these principles to your advantage. Now, these are two principles, but of course, learning to use your brain is a daily effort. It requires to do your own research, to think about how you can better think, how you can be more creative. There are techniques, there are forms, there are ways. A lot is available on the internet. I encourage you to research it yourself. And if you want, share with me your thoughts of what you have come up with. And feel free to share with me, with us, your success stories. I'm very much looking forward to it. So this brings me to the end of this video with these two success principles. If you found these two principles encouraging, I invite you to actually look at more videos in this series. If you want to connect with me, see some additional content that I have posted on my WeChat, a lot is also in Chinese, then please to connect with me through WeChat. There is a QR code. You can send me an email, or if you want, you can become part of my LinkedIn network. Over 23,000 people worldwide, experts and industry leaders connect with me and share with me their thoughts. So thank you, and I wish you well. I look forward to talking with you in an upcoming video, or if you want, in person.